He looks pleased with himself, like, oh, look what I got. Which, yeah, he got himself attached, that's true. Hello everyone, my name is Aka and welcome to my channel. Today I'm coming at you with a slightly different look. If you watched the previous video, then you watched me do this whole thing. So I don't do my makeup very often, but every now and then I like to do something, and I thought this would be very apt for the occasion. In today's video, I'm going to be looking at my old wedding photos and reacting to them. If this is the first video that you're watching, then you probably don't know that I'm a single mom. I was married in 2015 and the marriage broke down in 2018. So I've been a single mom since then. And it has not been easy to reach this point where I am now, where I can even do this. I can even look at these photos without dredging up so much pain and anguish. I think I can safely say that I have made a significant ways in healing from the trauma of just how the separation happened. It happened in a very violent, and when I say violent, I don't mean like physically, I just meant it was a violent breaking apart. And for a long time I just felt that it was so unnecessary for it to happen in that way, and yet it happened. So it took me a really long time to kind of like heal, come to terms with the situation and accept it for what it is. So right now I can safely say I can talk about all these things without crying. So obviously that's an indicator that I'm on my way to total healing. So yeah, without much further ado, let's get to the reactions. So we'll start from the church. I'm going to scoot over here. Oh, okay, hold on. Let's get you guys a little bit closer. Yeah, okay, that's better. So I'm feeling so uncomfortable with this lipstick. I feel like removing it. What do you guys think? Can I remove it? Oh. Do you know what? I'm going to enjoy it. It's fine. Anyway, so let me sort of try to put them in order. So I'm going to be holding physical copies, and in the video I'm going to be putting them like right there. That's why I've scooted this way. So okay, so the first photo is going to be my dad walking me down the aisle. Don't worry, I'm going to put it there. And when I look at this picture, I see my dad is very happy, I'm happy. But you know, I was one of those brides. I wasn't a bridezilla. I was very calm. If something went wrong, I just rode with it. I wasn't freaking out because a small thing happened. Like for example, when we got to the church, we realized that the DJ hadn't come, so I wouldn't be able to do the wedding march. You know, the dan dan da dan dan da. It had always been something that I really wanted, and I had even emphasized it. But you know, sometimes things happen. What can you do? So the choir ended up singing this song that I walked down the aisle to. So in that moment I was thinking, oh my god, what is happening here? But yeah, ultimately I was really happy. I was in love. It was like an adventure. We're starting this new life together. We can conquer the world because we have each other. That's like the sort of space that I was in. And my dress was gorgeous. I wore two dresses, both of which were beautiful. My parents spared no expenses, got me these beautiful dresses that I liked. The next photo is going to be me and my former husband standing in front of the pastor in church after my dad just handed me over. And yeah, I look pretty, I look beautiful. He looks very humble in this photo. He has his hands in front of him very humbly. That is all I have to say about that. And now, oh wow, now it's a picture of his wedding vows to me. And my partner, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but part of it says, I take you, Akambia, to be my wife, my partner in life, my one true love. I will cherish our union and love you more each day than I did the day before. I will trust you and respect you, laugh with you, cry with you, loving you faithfully through good times and bad. Regardless of the obstacles we may face together, I give you my hand, my heart, and my love from this day forward, as long as we both shall live. These are really sweet vows, aren't they? Very nice, you know? I have to commend him for this. This is a nice piece of writing. And you know, I've reached this point in life where I kind of look back at our life together, and we had some really, really good times together, some fun times, we had adventures together. And sometimes I ask myself if any of that was real. And previously, I didn't even have to ask myself. I'll just know that none of it was real. All of it was pretend. But now I'm actually being objective enough to say maybe there were moments that were pure, moments that were genuine. And I'm proud of myself for coming to that realization, because a person is not 100% bad. Everyone has some saving graces. Well, that's if you're not like some crazy lunatic psychopath sort of person. But everyone has some good attributes about them. And so that's what I've been working on for myself, to try not to rubbish each positive experience that we had together and think that it was just a ruse, or it was just him trying to get what he wanted, and take those moments for what they were. In the moment, they were beautiful, they were genuine, they were honest. So I'm beginning to accept that for what it was. But as for these vows, based on what happened afterward, every single thing that was said in these vows, he broke. So yeah, I feel it's nice, it's well written, but it wasn't sincere. Oh, this used to be one of my favorite photos from our wedding. It was his hand and mine were holding hands. And it's a really powerful photo. Just the visual of it is really nice. Yeah, just us holding hands. It's a good photo. And now this is this is the photo of our wedding party. I have to say, we all looked really good. I was so proud of the outfits. I had, as I've mentioned before, I'm sort of Afrocentric. I tend to be drawn toward like more like African type of things. So even for my wedding party, they wore African print dresses, chitenge shirts and dresses, and I think they looked really nice. And at that time, it was very uncommon. And now, I don't think now this is even a thing that can be done, because people would think it's just so old-fashioned. But I liked it. I wanted to incorporate my Africanness into the wedding. So I had the beautiful white dress, had a beautiful bouquet of fresh lilies, and I had my hair natural. I didn't have a wig or a weave or anything. I had my natural hair, and yeah, we all looked really good. This is a photo of me sitting in a garden, and well, I was really thin. I was really, really skinny. I looked confident. I looked like I was ready for this new life and the adventures that we're going to have together. Yeah, I was happy, but I was tired. You can tell I'm tired in this photo. This is a photo of him and I. He's looking at me and I'm looking at him, and the camera is behind me, so you can't see my face, but you can see from my cheekbones that I'm smiling, I'm happy. He was a very funny man. He had a really good sense of humor, which is, I think, how he won me over, because I too have a really good sense of humor. I like to laugh. And he was also very intelligent, which is something that I tend to levitate toward. So intelligence plus sweet is still deal. So yeah, he's looking at me playfully, goofing around as usual, and I'm smiling. Yeah, it's happy. It's a happy photo. It's how I imagined our life would be. We would just be these silly people who have fun, but also do really cool things. Yeah, he looks pleased with himself, like, oh, look what I got. Which, yeah, he got himself a catch, that's true. Oh, this is one of my favorite photos, you know. It had always been my dream, even when I was little, for my dad to walk me down the aisle. And I'm sure it's like most girls' dreams. And I felt so happy to have this privilege to have my dad with me. And in this photo, we're in a garden with my dad, and we're hugging, and we're both smiling. And here we kind of look alike. You can see, like, you know, I'm his baby girl. My dad looks happy because growing up, I was not someone who dated or talked about boys. I was very focused on school, and then, like, I wasn't really into boys. So the first guy my parents ever met was actually my former husband. That's the first guy I ever introduced to them, and that was my real relationship, really, which is very unfortunate that it ended in such a bad way, but it was my first proper relationship. And I could, in this photo, my dad looks so happy because he had always promised he'd take good care of me, he wouldn't hurt me. And yeah, my dad is happy. He's happy to hand his daughter over to someone who has promised to look after her. Yeah, we both look really good. My dad was wearing this beautiful Chinese style suit. Yeah, it's a good photo. Oh, so here's a photo of me and the groomsmen. They look really cute. One of them is my cousin, and two of them are my friends from work. And yeah, they were really supportive, and they're my people. Like, I was really close to them, and yeah, it's a good photo. We all look good. I think that's all I can say. I look happy. Yeah. So this is a photo of me and my ex-husband and the little children that were in the bridal party. And yeah, we make for a really pretty photo. We all look good. We all look happy. He looks handsome and happy and pleased with himself. Yeah, it's a good photo. I have to say the photographer did a good job, even though he gave me hell, gave me absolute hell to get these photos. I need to do a story time about that. Okay, in this photo, it's me and part of the wedding party. Me and the wedding party and my brother. And they're all surrounding me, and I'm holding hands. And my brother actually prayed for us, and oh, this might actually... Ooh, this might be the thing that makes me sad. Yeah. So my brother prayed for us to have a good marriage, and it was really special because my brother was running around the whole day. I barely saw him. I only saw him for a few moments before we made our formal entrance, and he prayed for us. This is really special. This one, yeah. My wedding cake. Woo! I had a very fancy wedding cake. It was made by, I think, one of the best cake makers in Zambia, probably. It was a beautiful cake. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers. And it was this like half chocolate and half vanilla type of arrangement, where you have the chocolate cascading down, the chocolate drip, and then vanilla. This signified he and I, how we're from different races. He was white and I'm black, but when we mix these two together, I make this beautiful cake. And that's what I was hoping our life would be like, a mixture. We had different experiences growing up. Of course, physically we're different. I'm black, he was white. But I still believe that we could have made a really good life for ourselves and for our children. Yeah, that's the significance of this cake. Okay, this is me dancing with my dad. And it was so special. I'm such a daddy's girl, you guys. Like you can't say anything negative about my dad. If you do, I'll cut you off. I'm that extreme. My dad is literally the best human being to me. He's literally my hero. He fixes whatever issues I have. My dad can fix them. If I talk to him, then that issue is pretty much resolved. And just generally, my parents have always been really supportive. Whatever I decide I want to do, they'll support me. And they've always trusted my judgment because they trusted how they raised us. They raised us to have initiative, to be respectful, to think, use our minds, and to explore and to discover and to make ourselves heard. So I think based on how they raised us, they knew that we had the tools necessary to make the right choices in life. But as is the case, like now, I don't have a husband anymore. So clearly, not every choice leads where you want it to lead. And the point is, you can only control what you do. You can't control other people. So even if sometimes the outcome is not always what you wanted or you thought it would be, as long as you have good intentions, I think that's fine. That's enough. This is a photo of me and the bridesmaids. Oh, we're looking so cute. Ish, you guys, I was really thin. I was really, really thin. It makes me feel a little bit bad when I look at how thin I was here. But also, I acknowledge that my body did something that was magical. My body created two human beings who are beautiful, who are intelligent, who are kind, who are a blessing to have in this world. And I think it's a worthy sacrifice to lose the body but gain the baby. So, and besides, I know that one day if I really put my mind to it, I could get back to this. It's just all about me being in the right frame of mind. But I'm okay with, like I've said before, I'm fine with how I look now. But I know that there's room for improvement if I want. That's something that I will have to do for myself. And this is a photo of me. It's a black and white photo. And I'm just playfully looking at the camera. And I look really pretty. I dare say maybe even beautiful. Yeah, I look happy. I look confident. Yeah, it was my wedding day. And like primarily everything had gone really well. And I was marrying this man that I loved, that actually I adored, I trusted. So it felt like a really beautiful adventure, the beginning of a beautiful adventure. So yeah, I look happy. This is a photo of my brother and I. We barely have any photos together. And so it was important for me to have a photo with him on my wedding day. In fact, you know what? I need to do a story time about the drama that happened for me to get these photos. Let me not say too much, but just know that it was important for me to have a photo with my brother, and it was told to me that all the photos with my brother were lost, and I cried. I remember falling onto the ground and crying because I was so upset. But yeah, he's my brother. My brother is very protective, very generous. He's a really, really good brother. Yeah, this is my dad and my mom looked so beautiful. Oh my gosh, gorgeous lady, beautiful. So my dad gave a really nice speech and he looked very nice as well. Yeah, it was beautiful. Here's a photo. Actually, this should probably have been before. I didn't arrange them all. This should have been still at the wedding. So there's a photo of me and I'm laughing and everyone in the background is laughing as well. And my husband, my former husband, is smiling. And I look so happy, you guys. I'm so happy. Yeah, you can see it in my face. The smile is reaching my eyes as well. I look happy. Yeah. So here's a photo of my husband and I. In Zambia, it's the custom to go and get blessings from your parents when you get married. So you go to your side of the family, you kneel down before your parents and they pray for you and they bless you. And you go to the man's side and the same thing happens. So this is me and him kneeling in front of my parents. And they're blessing us. And oh, this is such a beautiful photo. Yeah, and you know, the thing is, when you do everything right, you expect that everything will work out the way it's meant. They say it's going to work out, but that's not always the case. So yeah, that's what I'm feeling from this photo. Doing the right thing. Oh, and now we present a present. It's another custom. If you have a guest of honor, you have to present a cake to them, a cake to them. So my husband and I were presenting this cake to the guest of honor. He was my former boss. He was a really nice man. When I look at this photo, what I think about is how it was such a waste of time. We wasted everyone's time. We called all these people to come and help us celebrate, and in the end it just crumbled so badly. And when I found out all the things that I found out about my ex-husband, it made me angry that why did we have to waste all these people's time to come and celebrate this thing that really never really existed. And I was actually talking to my mom about this a few months ago. My mom keeps telling me not to think like that. Like, it wasn't a waste of time. It was a beautiful moment while it was happening. And for me, my intentions were pure. I married him purely out of love. And I had always envisioned a life with him and envisioned having children with him and a future, and that would be a successful family. But that ultimately ended up not being the same thoughts that he had. Those were not his intentions based on what I found out after. So my intentions were pure, his were not so pure. So yeah, that makes me mad. And my parents spent a lot of money on this wedding, so it's very annoying when I think about it like that. And here is a photo of my best friend was giving a speech. She gave me actually, she's my oldest friend. We've known each other since we were 10. Kablonga girls, grade 8. And she gave this really special speech, and she sang this song, the Ebo Chungu song. I wanted to sing it, but I was too nervous, so she did it for me. You know, the song is Echitemwiko Valili Labawonse Echitemwiko, that causes my heart to sing. Echitemwiko Choe Tachavanga Wambio Ganaliwa, baby, your love always brings me back. Echitemwiko Choe Tachabanga Wambio Ganaliwa, baby, your love always brings me back. That song, so that's what she sang. So I was very touched and I was crying, and my ex-husband was consoling me. And that, yeah, he's kind of looking a little bit distant, like he was looking at something else probably. See, this is me trying not to misconstrue everything and add negativity to it. So maybe in this moment he was actually being caring, but sometimes I'm like, didn't even care. Oh, this is lies. This is all fake. He's pretending. So I'm trying not to go back to that because I've moved so far along from where I was. Yeah, so that is the video of me reacting to my wedding photos. I hope you have enjoyed watching it. If you have, please don't forget to comment in the comment section. Don't forget to comment in the comment section below. I like to hear people's opinions, especially something like this. Are you someone who has gone through a divorce And how do you feel when you look back at your old photos? Or even if you were in a relationship that ended, how do you feel when you look back at your old photos? What feelings does it bring to you? Was it traumatic? Are you trying to heal? What are you trying to do? How are you trying to heal from that experience? On that note, guys, going to call it today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, don't forget to comment, to like, and to subscribe to this video. I will see you in my next video.